Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing more PvP battles. We're doing the Cliffhanger Cup, and let me know what you guys think of my new logo. A lot of people on Twitter seem to really like this one, so let me know what you guys think. I did change the layout a little bit, and be sure to stay until the end of the video to find out how to get my Pokemon Masters friend code so we can become friends. But anyway, let's get right into the battle, shall we? So Drexler is using Azumel, Muck, Tropius, Lantern, Quagsire, and Golbat, and I'm using Defense Deoxys. I'm using Clefable, Lantern, Venusaur, Charizard, and Sableye. So let me tell you, he absolutely kicked my butt in the first set of battles until I changed my team. And we have quite a bit of Cliffhanger battles. I did change my team, and then I started to do well. I had a lot of trouble with his Muck and I guess Golbat. I mean, Muck was beating Clefable, it beat Venusaur, it even beat Defense Deoxys. I do have Psycho Boost, but he also has Dark Pulse, so it was actually difficult to handle that one. So who knows, maybe I'll consider Muck. But yeah, definitely didn't do well for the first set of battles. So we did knock out his Azumel, definitely good for us. He brings in Tropius, and that Tropius does have the Air Slash, so it's going to be able to farm us just fine. I mean, even if I get off a Sludge Bomb, as I do, well, I don't. I try and bluff him with the Frenzy Plant, hoping he would fall for it, but he does not. He does not. I needed him to fall for that, basically. And now he gets off another move, which I only assume is Leaf Blade, as it is. So he does go ahead and knock us out. So not a good position for us. We are out of shields. I do bring in my defense form Deoxys, and as I had mentioned, if we did a Cliffhanger format, definitely going to be using the Deoxys because I've used Metachamp, Scummer, Azumel, whatever it happens to be, all the time. Gotta give some love to Defense Deoxys, and I have to use it. So right now I have my Lantern. He's going to get off a Leaf Blade. We'll be able to take it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he's going to be able to. That switch, I guess, didn't really matter. He was going to win anyway, but, you know, it was a good switch, but he was going to win anyway. He does block that, and he's going to be able to finish us off just fine. So he absolutely destroys us that game, and that's basically how it goes. I think I win one of these games in the beginning until I switch up my team. So I guess not a good team composition. I didn't really play too well, I don't think, in a lot of these battles. But I don't know. Either way, definitely good games nonetheless. So we're going to jump into another one. And this is quite a lengthy video. I believe it's going on a half hour. It's probably like 27 minutes, I believe. But anyway, he switches into Muck against my Clefable. I pull the switch into Defense Deoxys. I do not block because I didn't know he had Dark Pulse at this point. And then he hits us with Dark Pulse, and I find out that he has it. I was expecting like Acid Spray to lower my defense, but it's actually Dark Pulse, so that does quite a bit to us. He does block Psycho Boost, so I'm going to block this move, and this move is going to be Thunder Punch. I don't even know if the regular Muck gets Acid Spray, but anyway, we blocked the Thunder Punch, not the Dark Pulse, so definitely not a good position for us. He's going to block it, so at least we took both of his shields. He does knock us out, but we look and see what we have in the back. It's going to be that Clefable and Venusaur, both of which are going to be weak to Poison Jab and Muck. So yeah, we're not really looking too hot in this battle. Getting off Medium Mash, which will knock out Muck, which is always nice, and we'll wait to see what comes in. It's going to be that Tropius, and yeah, so he's just going to be able to easily get to that Aerial Ace before we're able to get the Sludge Bomb, because he does have Air Slash instead of Razor Leaf. So as you can see, hitting us with that, doing a lot of damage. We are able to get to the Sludge Bomb, but Tropius can tank a Sludge Bomb, and he's just going to finish us off. And then I'm going to bring in my final Pokemon, but he has enough energy. Even if I knocked out Tropius, he still had a Pokemon left, so he's going to win that. So he does go ahead and knock us out. So another good game, but he does totally wreck us there. As I said, he does kick our butt. Nice and good in the beginning. I think I win one game, but anyway, we have Lantern against Golbat, so definitely a positive matchup this time around for us. Got to watch out for that Shadow Ball, I guess, but either way, we fire off a Hydro Pump, thinking he would think it was a Thunderbolt, and I guess that's what he thought because he doesn't block it. Switching into Defense Deoxys, I do decide to block this. I wasn't going to, maybe I shouldn't have blocked it, but either way, we knock him out with Countess, so we have quite a bit of energy stacked up. We're down 1 shield though, so we do have to be careful. He does bring in his Azumel, charging up quite a bit of energy. I do go for that Psycho Boost, hoping to take a shield, hoping he would think it was Thunderbolt. He does not fall for it, unfortunately, so we actually do get off a Thunderbolt right now. So I figured if he didn't block that one, he probably wouldn't block this, because he probably, I don't know, did I use Thunderbolt on him with Defense Deoxys in a game prior to this? Maybe I didn't. Maybe that's why he didn't know I had Thunderbolt. That leads me to ask you guys, what do you think is better on Defense Deoxys? Do you think it's Thunderbolt or Rock Slide? Because I couldn't figure out which move I wanted to have on it. I feel like there's a need for both of them. I want to have all 3 moves, but I can't do that. We get off a Psycho Boost. He's going to go ahead and block it. I do try to switch, but it doesn't go through, I guess, because he had his charge move ready to go. So that will knock out Deoxys. But right now, looking to be in a good position. I do decide to let this go through. It is a Shadow Ball. So as you can see, it does do a good amount of damage. But again, we're in a good position to win this. I'm pretty confident with this game. But this is the one game we do win in the beginning until we switch our team. So firing off a Thunderbolt. And this is going to clean up. Well, no, it's not, because he has a shield left. But that's okay, because we're still looking nice, because we still have a Pokemon in the back, so he is able to knock us out. We bring in that Charizard. That Charizard is not weak to Golbat's moves, so we're able to just finish him off easily. Picking up a Cinderstone as well, so we actually do win the game, finally, even though it's only been a few matches. But anyway, he leads with Muck, I lead with my Defense Deoxys, so this could go either way depending on shield usage. I do get off my Psycho Boost, and he's going to go ahead and block it. I decide not to switch. He fires off a move. I don't block, expecting the bait, but it is a Dark Pulse, so he caught me on that one. But we're able to get off a Psycho Boost, so we do take his last... no, he didn't block that. He switched out. We just didn't see the damage. So hoping to take his last shield with this Psycho Boost, trying to bluff. It does not happen, though, unfortunately. He was probably thinking even if it was a Thunderbolt, he would take it. So, nice play on his end. We're going to go ahead and bring in Venusaur and then block this Ice Beam, because I don't want to take an Ice Beam to the face. We could have taken it, but it would have done a lot of damage. Getting off a Frenzy Plant, so it was good that he saved his shield and didn't use it against Deoxys, so he could use it against Venusaur. Trying to figure out how to win this, actually. I believe I shield. No, I do not. I take the Ice Beam. Yeah, I take the Ice Beam. I don't think it would have mattered even if I shielded. Yeah, because we have a Clefable in the back, and his Tropius is just going to run right through us. Getting off Leaf Blades, it charges up so fast. You know, we're able to take it, but it, as you can see, it just charges up so fast. I did decide to block this, but I knew it was game over at this point. We do get off a Medium Mash, so I'm able to knock out that Tropius. And so that's always good, but again, he has 2 Pokemon, so, you know, one healthy one as well, I believe, maybe not. But anyway, he brings in Muck, and Muck is able to get off a Thunder Punch against us, and then we bring in... Oh, no, that was our last Pokemon, never mind. So he does go ahead and win that one. Yeah, I don't think I could have won that even if I shielded when I believe I should have. I don't know. But either way, we catch him in the lead with this one, with Charizard against his Tropius. He's going to pull a switch immediately. I charge up a little bit, and then I bring in my Lantern, and Lantern will fire off that Thunderbolt against us, which does a good amount of damage. I mean, at the end of the day, it is neutral. You know, Lantern's a tanky Pokemon, but it is able to take those Thunderbolts, but still does a lot of damage. Firing off a Thunderbolt of our own, he does decide to let it go through, and I do go ahead and shield this one just because I do not want to take a Thunderbolt. Trying to finish him off with Water Gun, hoping I don't need Thunderbolt. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can. He was probably almost there. So we do have a Thunderbolt and a Hydro Pump ready to go. We fire off a Thunderbolt against his Muck, so pretty decent position. He does take it. He is up a shield. We bring in Defense Deoxys, just going for the Psycho Boost because I knew I could charge up before he is able to get to a Dark Pulse, which will take a shield, so I was actually really happy about that. He brings in Tropius, and I charge up for Thunderbolt. Rock Slide would have been keen in this situation against Tropius, but we don't have it on our Deoxys, so we just charge up for Thunderbolt. And now we go for the Psycho Boost, hoping he would think it was a Thunderbolt and block, but he actually takes it. So he gets off a charge move of his own. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. Definitely could take that because of how defensive Deoxys is. and but he does end up knocking us out. We bring in Charizard. I am going to go ahead and let this one go through. It is an aerial ace, so nice call to use the aerial ace. I was trying to finish him off with Fire Spin, but I wasn't able to do so, so I had to use the shield, unfortunately. But then he brings in Muck, and he gets off his Thunder Punch as he's able to knock us out. So this was actually a really close game. We still have a Lantern in the back, but it's very, very weak. We get off the Thunderbolt, but again, he has one shield left, so it doesn't matter. He's going to block this, and then he's going to be able to knock us out. So absolutely getting destroyed. Absolutely getting destroyed. So we are going to go ahead and jump into the next set of games we played later on that night. So for this team, he is using Azumel, Muck, Victreebel, Lantern, Noctowl, and Sableye, and I'm using Defense Deoxys, Tropius, Lantern, Wigglytuff, Poliwrath, and Sableye. So I changed it up. Guys, don't even ask me why I switched Tropius into Noctowl. I have absolutely no idea. I don't even want to say it was a misclick. I think I was just playing too fast. I don't know. I couldn't give you a reason. That was a very bad decision. But at least you get to see. I mean, Tropius actually does. I mean, Noctowl does win this, but since Tropius is really bulky, Tropius can get to those aerial aces really fast, and it's able to do a good amount of damage. So we actually almost knocked out Noctowl. He does switch into his Muck. So despite the bad switch, we actually did relatively well. Now we bring in Poliwrath against his Muck using Power Up Punch. And he's going to go ahead and use his move, which is going to be that Thunder Punch. So that will do a lot of damage to us. No same attack, no same type attack bonus, but that's definitely fine. Anyway, we use Ice Punch. He will go ahead and shield that up, and then he knocks us out. So we're going to bring in Defense Deoxys, hoping he goes for a Thunder Punch, but he actually does. Never mind, he does go for the Thunder Punch. Now I'm thinking it was probably a Dark Pulse. I believe this time was the Dark Pulse. It was. So doing a lot of damage. We're still able to take it, but it does do a lot of damage to us. We knock out Muck, and now he brings in his next Pokemon. So we do lose this game, but we actually came close despite the horrible switch we did. Knocking out the Noctowl to boot, and then he brings in Victreebel, and we switch into our final Pokemon, which is going to be that Tropius, getting off this aerial ace. Even an Excellent wouldn't have knocked it out, so he is able to finish us off, but a very close game. Very close game. So a good game though. We're going to jump into another one, beginning with Lantern. He does begin with his Muck. Again, I mentioned to you guys, Muck has been giving me trouble in these battles. But anyway, I feel like this is a pretty good matchup for us because Thunder Punch, not going to do a lot of damage. It is a weak move. It's a good move, but it's a weak move, and we're neutral to it, and we're tanky. So right now he does have Sableye. We bring in Poliwrath against his Pokemon. Going to go ahead for that Power Punch, just trying to boost my attack as high as I can. It's not very effective, but again, that's totally fine. We're able to resist his Dark moves, so we do resist that. That's why I brought in the Poliwrath to begin with. And now we get off a Power Up Punch. Again, I don't care about him resisting the Power Up Punches because I just want to boost my attack, and what better way to do so than Sableye, I guess, right? Anyway, he brings in his Azumel, so this is not good for us. However, we charge up a little bit of extra energy, getting off a Power Up Punch, and we're able to boost our attack, switching into Tropius. Probably not the best switch because he has Ice Punch, but Ice Beam, excuse me. But that's what I decided to bring in. And I decided to bring it in because I wanted to try and burn shields with Leaf Blade, as I could do so right there. So that's why I brought it in. I'm going to go ahead and use my shield right now against Ice Beam, and then we're going to be able to get to another Leaf Blade. I do charge up some energy. He actually switches out, so he catches that Leaf Blade. Perfect switch. Actually, he brings in his Pokemon and uses his Thunder Punch before I'm able to get off the Leaf Blade, and then my Leaf Blade goes off. So that was a nice switch on his end. But I bring in my Lantern to get off Thunderbolt against his Muck, which will take his last shield. So, yeah, anyway, he's able to finish us off with whatever move this is. It happens to be a Thunder Punch, so he will knock us out. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Poliwrath, so we're able to feint him down with Bubbles, and now we have an Ice Beam and a Power Up Punch ready to go. I do go for that Power Up Punch. I knew it was an Azumel coming in, and I figured Power Up Punch was probably the better way to go. We actually get off 2 Power Up Punches, so I get off another one, and we're able to, I believe, knock him out. Yeah, we do knock him out, so very close game. very close game, but we actually get a win. Yes, guys, we actually get a win against Trexler. But anyway, we're going to jump into another one. We do begin with Wigglytuff this time, and he begins with Lantern, so we're just going to farm him down. I knew I was going to have to shield because I knew he would get to his Thunderbolt before I'm able to get to mine. However, he switches out into Victreebel. Now, I do go for the Ice Beam, expecting the shield here, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch into Tropius, so I could just farm this Tropius all day long. Not Tropius, Victreebel. Now, I know Victreebel does have access to Sludge Bomb, so I was worried about that, but he goes for Acid Spray, so now I figured he had Acid Spray and Leaf Blade, because I wasn't expecting Acid Spray and Sludge Bomb, so once I saw his Acid Spray, I felt comfortable to just farm it down. He does switch into Noctowl. We are going to go for the Leaf Blade, unfortunately, but it is what it is. That's what we went for. Now we go for the Aerial Ace, and that will do a decent amount of damage. I mean, we're able to farm up this Noctowl, and as you can see, even though Noctowl is a good matchup against Tropius, because we have that Air Slash, we're just able to get off those charge moves. We actually almost knock out that Noctowl, believe it or not. So we bring in Wigglytuff. He's going to go ahead and get off the Sky Attack, so I will throw up a shield, and then I do feint him with Charm, so right now he brings in his Lantern. I am going to go ahead and throw up a shield because I knew it would take a while for him to get to another Thunderbolt, or at least I thought so, depending on his energy. And we do feint him. He actually has a shield left thanks to Wigglytuff and Charm. Doesn't matter, shields cannot protect against Charm, so good game. Good game. This time we do begin with Poliwrath. He begins with his Azumarill. Not a good matchup for us, so we're able to charge up some energy and then switch out into Lantern, and then he charges up a little bit and switches into Victreebel. So not good for us. I did not think he would block this. And I knew Hydro Pump would do a lot of damage, but he actually does block it, so I was okay with that. I'm not sure if Hydro Pump would have knocked it out. Maybe it would have. I don't know, but either way, we bring in Tropius, and we're able to easily take that Leaf Blade, and now I can just farm up. So, despite the poor lead, we're actually able to come out ahead in terms of Pokemon we have out right now. So, he does go for a Leaf Blade, and then we're able to finish him off just by farming it up. And we have an Aerial Ace and a Leaf Blade, energy in the bank, ready to go. He brings in his Azumarill. I am going to go ahead and block this. So nice to force my shield, but we do go for the Leaf Blade, so we could either take his last shield or do a lot of damage. We do take his last shield. We actually have another Leaf Blade. It lagged a little bit. It took a couple clicks to get to that Leaf Blade again, but that's okay. He brings in Lantern. So again, this is good for me because we're able to go for the Leaf Blade. Actually missing a couple bubbles, that's okay. We bring in Poliwrath to go for the Power Up Punch, and this will not do a lot, but it'll definitely add up. And now he does get off the Thunderbolt, but I am able to block this, so I survive because I don't want to go down. And then we are able to, I believe, just knock him out. Yes, we do knock him out. We do knock him out before he is able to get off another Thunderbolt. And now we go for the Power Up Punch against his Azumarill. Now, does his Azumarill have Play Rough? I don't remember if it does. Let's find out. He goes for the Ice Beam, so I guess he doesn't. So I guess this is not a terrible matchup for me. I guess it's actually a pretty good matchup because he does not have that Play Rough. If he has Ice Beam and Hydro Pump, I don't remember, guys. I don't remember. He might have revealed both his moves up until this point. I don't remember. But if he doesn't have Play Rough, this is actually a pretty good matchup for us. But either way, we do go ahead and take that game because of how low he was. But yeah, I generally like Hydro Pump and Play Rough. I know some people like Ice Beam and Play Rough or Ice Beam and Hydro Pump. But either way, we lead with Wigglytuff. He leads with Sableye. He does have to get out of there. And now we bring in the Tropius. And you've seen this matchup before. Tropius wins every single time. Even if he does have Sludge Bomb, it will do a lot of damage. But we're still able to tank it with Tropius. And you know, as you can see, we are able to feint him down. So having an Aerial Ace and a Leaf Blade, I'm curious what he's going to bring in. It is going to be that Noctowl, so he does have Noctowl with him. I am able to get off an Aerial Ace right now, just to do as much damage as possible. We actually go for back-to-back Aerial Aces, so I'll definitely take that. Another excellent. I'm getting better at the flying one. I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely improving. And I do go for the Leaf Blade this time because I didn't think I would get to another Aerial Ace. So a little damage is better than nothing at all, and he actually does go ahead and block it, I guess because he thought Aerial Ace might have knocked him out, and he probably thought it was Aerial Ace, so that was a good shield. But either way, he didn't want to waste the energy, right? So I bring in Wigglytuff to block the Sky Attack, and then we're able to feint down it. No, we're not actually. We actually have to take another Sky Attack. And I could have taken it, but I decided to use the shield just because I wanted to keep Wigglytuff healthy, because I knew he had Sableye in the back, which I knew Wigglytuff and Chum would be able to run right through it. So then we're able to just finish his Noctowl off and take the game. So as you can see, definitely doing a lot better with this team. So perhaps a better team composition. And I do like to have Sableye on my team just because it does defeat Deoxys defense as well as Metacham, two of which are probably going to be popular in the Cliffhanger format. And we're switching right into Tropius to farm up his Victor Bell. How many times have we done that in these second set of videos, these second set of battles, right? So he does get us with an acid spray. So, I mean, that's not good for us. You know, we don't want to be hit with an acid spray. But obviously, we're not going to shield it because it won't block the defense lowering. Let me know if you think it should. Should a shield block the fact that acid spray can lower your defense, or should it not? I mean, I know it doesn't, but should it? You know, what do you think? What do you think? Because then I could see a reason to actually want to shield the acid spray, right? You know, it would make sense. But either way, we get off an Aerial Ace against his Noctowl. He is going to go ahead and take it and then feint us down. So we bring in Lantern, he brings in his Muck, so I'm going to go ahead and take whatever move this happens to be. It is that Thunder Punch, so as you can see, not doing a lot at all to us. I fire off a Thunderbolt, hoping to catch a shield, and we do go ahead and catch the shield, bringing in Defense Deoxys, trying to get to that Psycho Boost before Dark Pulse, and now I'm left with the decision, do I shield? I do go ahead and shield, and it's actually a Thunder Punch now. This may be my fault, but I don't know how many fast moves it takes to get Muck to Thunder Punch and to get it to Dark Pulse. I've never looked up the original Muck, to be honest with you, so could be why I'm playing so bad against Muck, but either way, we use the shield against him, and we're going to fire off the Psycho Boost to knock out the original Kanto Muck, and now he has his Noctowl, which we're able to feint, and we do take another win. So, another good game. Gonna go ahead and move on to yet another one. I know this is a longer video, guys. Bear with me and we'll get through it. So he uses Noctowl, I use Poliwrath, definitely pulling the switch out of there into my Wigglytuff. Look how much damage we're doing to that Noctowl. Unfortunately, he pulls the switch into Muck, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this attack go through. It is that Thunder Punch. I knew I would survive the Thunder Punch and the Dark Pulse because I do resist Dark Pulse. We fire off an Ice Beam against him, doing a lot of damage as well. So, despite losing the matchup, we actually did well against that Muck. So, I'm actually pretty proud of my Wigglytuff. So, thank you, Wigglytuff. So, we bring in Poliwrath. I do go ahead and shield this. I shouldn't have shielded this. I don't know why I did. I don't know. I didn't want to take the Thunder Punch, I guess. Probably a bad shield. But we go ahead and get off an Ice Punch, expecting the Noctowl, hoping he would think it was a Power-Up Punch. And I guess that's what he thought because he didn't shield it. Although it still didn't do a lot of damage. So maybe the Power Punch would be better. But either way, he brings in Victor Bell. We are going to switch into Tropius again. The same matchup you guys have seen time and time again just in this video. You know, Tropius is going to beat that Victor Bell. So it does lower my defense, which is unfortunate, but it is okay. So we're going to go ahead, get off a Leaf Blade, and I knew he would have to shield this. That's why I went for the Leaf Blade. So he does shield it, and we get off another Leaf Blade. And again, going to have to shield this, no question about it, as he does. So really happy about that. And then we're going to get off another Leaf Blade. We could have actually gotten to the Aerial Ace, but I went for the Leaf Blade. I don't think this actually knocks it out. No, it does knock it out. Never mind. So we do go ahead and take that one. After these matches, he was saying he really liked Poliwrath, and I do agree. I really like Poliwrath as well, especially if you're not going with Metacham. Poliwrath could definitely be an option for you in the Cliffhanger Cup. But either way, he catches us on the lead. We switch out into Lantern. We're going to go ahead and take this Foul Play or Power Gem. It is a Foul Play. Whatever moves he has, we take it. He brings in Victor Bell, so not good for us. We get off a Thunderbolt. Couldn't make it to that Hydro Pump. I'm hoping he would think it was Hydro Pump and block, but he doesn't. Still doing a decent amount of damage, though. Anyway, we bring in the Tropius right now, and we're just able to farm it. I probably shouldn't have used a charge move on Lantern because I knew I could have brought in my Tropius and just farmed it for days. You know, just farmed it from the time it was at like high health, right? Instead of doing all that damage with Thunderbolt. So he actually made the correct decision not to shield. That was probably a mistake on my end. I should have just let Lantern go. But anyway, we bring in Defense Deoxys against his Muck, and I'm going to go ahead and let this go, thinking it was a Thunder Punch, thinking it was a bluff. It was not. It was Dark Pulse, so nice on him. Anyway, we're going to get off a Psycho Boost to try and generally burn the shield. So as we do, go ahead and burn that shield. So I do go ahead and block this because I knew I could get to another Psycho Boost, which would either knock him out or force his last shield. So either of which I was okay with. So we go ahead and get off that Psycho Boost. So he does go ahead and get knocked out, and then his final Pokemon will be that Sableye. And we bring in Tropius. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off Leaf Blade, which I believe burns his last shield. Yes, it does. So that's pretty good for us. I'm going to go ahead and block this, and it actually is a Power Gem. I think that's the first time he revealed Power Gem, so I don't think I knew he had it. Anyway, we get off in Aerial Ace, and we're able to knock him out. I could have won for the Leaf Blade, actually, but probably risky to go for the Aerial Ace because he could have gotten to another foul play, perhaps. But either way, we do go ahead and knock him out that game. So we do have one more game. Bear with me, guys. We're almost to the end. We do lead with the Wigglytuff again. He leads with the Sableye again. So positive matchup for us. Switching into that Muck, I do switch into my Poliwrath. Now, may not seem like the greatest switch because he does have the Thunder Punch. Probably isn't, but either way, it's okay. We go for the Power Up Punch. Now, I have been playing against this Muck really poorly throughout this video. I understand that, and I guess the reason for that is because I keep on looking at Muck, and I am so used to battling against Alolan Muck. I keep on thinking it's part Dark, so when I'm using like Power Up Punch, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to take neutral damage and we're going to get a buff. And no, it takes resistant damage because it's pure poison. But I'm just making that mistake, you know. So I know I did that throughout, you know, these battles, whether or not I won them or not. I did that with a few different Pokemon against his Muck. So that's why when I said I had trouble with Muck, I was not kidding around. But either way, Tropius against Victorville again, we're just able to feint him down. His final Pokemon is that Sableye, so we go ahead for the Aerial Ace and knock him out. He just decides to let it go because we were in a winning position at that point. So we do go ahead and win that one. Those were good games. And now here's my Pokemon Masters code if you want to go ahead and add me. You are only allowed 100 friends, so once I reach 100 friends, I won't be accepting anybody else just because I won't be able to, you know. So once it maxes out, that's it for me. In terms of friends when it comes to Pokemon Masters, unless they increase it. And I have been enjoying this game quite a bit. I'm not far. I just beat Barry, so but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So definitely add me. I don't know what friends do for you in this game, but I'm sure it does something. And that's gonna be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.